What is good, y'all? It's your boy, Uncle Willie San, back in the cozy corner, bringing you another episode of Is It Worth the Racks? Now, I'm super excited. This episode is gonna be kind of like a run back for viewers that we've had. But if you're new to the channel, this is gonna be new to you. Now, before I get started, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the fans that have run up the videos. Our last 4 add up to about 1,000 views, so we really appreciate that. You told me that I would be here a few months ago, and I wouldn't believe you. So now we're on the road to just, see what we can run up, how many followers we can get, how many subscribers we can get. So I would just like to take the time out of this video to just ask you guys to please go subscribe to the YouTube channel as always. But also, please go follow your boy, Uncle Willie San, on Instagram, as well as Kenny. I believe he's 2kgs _ before and after the 2kgs. Please go run up the Facebook. Kenny is also on there as 2kgs, I believe. And go follow that Twitch. I believe that is 2kgs _ GZ. We're going to make sure we put it all right here for y'all, just in case I butchered anything. But if you guys would please take the time to go follow, like, so you can, keep up with little aspects of the channel. We're gonna try to tie some things into some other things. But for right now, just the fact that you guys are there trying to help us grow, trying to see where we're going, trying to see what we've got going on, we appreciate it. Now that we got all the sappy shit out the way, let's get to these clothes like I planned. Now, this collab is from a while ago. I'd say year and a half, maybe even 2. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. I first posted about these on the Instagram at Uncle Willie San. Go run that up, check that out. This collab is between Uniqlo and Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, I love Uniqlo. It has become my H&M replacement. They sell a lot of basics, shirts, pants, simple stuff, simple white tees, just pretty much your all-around basics. If you need like a nice overcoat and you don't want to break the bank, go check out Uniqlo. They have really, really great deals. Their quality's pretty good. And, their prices are not crazy whatsoever. Now, a couple things have changed at Uniqlo since I've purchased these shirts. The first thing is, I believe that they're going to have a part 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen because the new season is dropping or has dropped already. I watched dub, so for me, still patiently waiting. To me, the animation is always worth the patience. So I'm going to do that every single time. But when Jujutsu Kaisen first came out, I wasn't sure what to think of the show, and then it really picked up, and I have been a huge supporter since. So back then, I picked up these shirts from Uniqlo, and I originally had 5 of them. If you saw the old video, this is, I want to say, a year ago. Also, a reminder: go run up all our old videos. Yes, they're gonna be a little cringe. Yes, the quality is not the greatest. Yes, it's more of a compact space. That was like my first apartment: 1 bedroom, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, bathroom. The only bathroom I had was in my bedroom. But, now we're on to bigger and better things. So with these shirts, I can say I'd say I've worn all of them, but to varying degrees. Now, the first shirt right here is my favorite out of the collection. This bad boy is a nice, simple gray pocket tee with Yuji's button embroidered inside the pocket. Simple little details like that sell me because it's not too much. Look at it. The front of the shirt literally just has that and the pocket tee. Nothing else says Jujutsu Kaisen about it until you get to the back. Now, if you're caught up, you know that this is both sets of students from both sets of schools. And I love the simple embroidery, the simple embroidery in the front, and the really nice simple screen printing in the back. It's not too much, there's no crazy fight scene. You just get a nice collage of all the characters. I love it. And this gray shirt, I was telling the director beforehand, I got a pair of kicks that are gray and black, and I've slowly been collecting a bunch of gray and black pieces. And I've had this, and I've been waiting to pair it with those shoes. So now that I had both, I'm really excited to put an outfit together with this piece. I'd say this is the one I look forward to the most. It's because it's weird. It's this piece is the one I'm super hyped about. It was the one I was really excited to buy. It's the first thing I put in my cart all the way back in them days when I was buying up Uniqlo t-shirts. This is I would say this is my most anticipated one. The craziest thing is, the second shirt is the one that I worn the most. If you can tell between one that's a little bit less lived in, color is a little bit faded, and I believe it's a wee bit shorter. I wouldn't say a lot, just a wee bit shorter. Because again, this one is way more lived in. I love this shirt. I've worn this shirt on multiple trips, just multiple outings. Right here in silver, you can see I'll save people whether or not it's fair. If you know whose quote that is, you're gonna assume who you know on the back is on it. I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just a jujutsu sorcerer. Megami Takagoro. And I love that they put all of the shadows behind him. I love it. The elephant, the demon dog, the frogs. It's great. I've literally had people walk up to me while I've been out and about and be like, "Where'd you get that shirt? I want it." And I told them they sold out, my friend. I'm sorry. I was lucky. I got mine. In the first video that we shot with these products, I tried to make a dumb joke where I was like, "Yeah, I got 5 shirts. Don't really know where the 5th one is," and I was wearing it. We'll cut that in for you guys, as cringe as it's gonna be for me. But that little bit that I tried to do there should tell you guys how much I really like this t-shirt. It's great. It's so simple. Like the somber face is what gets me. It's not the face of a hero. He's just a jujutsu sorcerer. Now, on a lighter note, to a shirt I've worn, I can count the amount of times I've worn it on one hand. My Yuji Itadori t-shirt. Now, I don't know what it is. I do love the navy blue color. I really like the hit on the front. Again, nothing too crazy. The Sukuna's mouth coming out of his hand right there. The alluding to all the fingers he has to eat from the hand in the background. And the very, very subtle Sukuna hit on the back. And in my opinion, they could have embroidered that because he did the first one like that, but I don't disagree because, again, it's their simplicity that keeps them at a price point which keeps it more accessible to the public. So again, I can't complain. Which is another thing I'll bring up. Now, when I bought all these shirts, that was back in the days of Uniqlo's collabs being $19.90. $20. That's not bad. It's a really, really good price for a t-shirt, in my mind. Now they're like $24.95, and it's like, okay, I see what you're doing. I bought a couple of them, but I miss that $19.90 price tag. Boy, I really do. And another great thing that all of these shirts come with, if you have a lot of t-shirts from Uniqlo, the way I have a lot of t-shirts from Uniqlo, you're gonna grow like a little collection of these things, especially if you keep them the way I do. And I have an idea to do something with them. I'm probably gonna make like a little like banner with some lanterns or something and like hang it from there, make it like anime themed. But they're awesome just to have. You know, they're really dope. It's like a little piece of artwork you can literally put in your pocket. I love them to death. Now the last t-shirt, some would say I left the best for last, is the big homie of the show. The Kakashi of the show, if you will. Or at least they look alike. Satoru Gojo. The best Jujutsu Kaisen sorcerer that I've seen yet. He just be putting hands on people. He just say whatever he want. He do whatever he want. Because he knows he can back it up. No issues. Now this shirt I've literally worn once. I wore it one time. I got a stain on it. Thankfully said stain is gone. But such things terrify your own. That's why I don't wear white shirts out in public. I'm afraid of stains. Because it's not me, it's other people. It's definitely not me. But very simple white shirt. Satoru on the front, his shadow on the back. And I believe that this alludes to his Jujutsu Kaisen ability down here, I believe. Again, the little hits are used characters, so cannot read those. But I think this was a very simple shirt, and I picked it up just to try to have like a nice, cohesive collection of them. The varying colors, different designs, front and back. But overall, I think that they've held fairly well. You can see a little bit. Let's see if I can do it, because I can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but some of the design paint is starting to crack a little bit in Gojo's background. Not Gojo himself. Gojo himself looks great. I love this sketched aesthetic. The director and I were talking about it. It's just like this rough draft idea that just it's the rough edges on something that make it. It's like, oh, that would look so cool. Like, it just looks so cool, just sketched out and like rough draft-esque. But if you can tell, a little bit of the paint is starting to crack just because I had to wash it the one time. No crazy shrinkage on this. Again, this is the one I've worn the very, very least. And again, if you compare it to one that I've worn literally everywhere. Not a lot of pilling. That's when your shirts start to do that thing where you get the little fuzz balls on them. A trick for that is shaving them away with a regular razor, a little Gillette action on your t-shirts or any garment that gets pilling. But I wouldn't say there's any pilling on this t-shirt. I check pretty often. The only complaint I have is literally, a little bit of color fade, but I like that kind of aged vintage look on a black t-shirt. It's just kind of a thing that's happening now that I'm really with. It just gives the shirt a little bit more character. It says it has a home with someone that wanted to wear it, and that's who I am. But again, you can tell just a wee little bit of shrinkage. The shirt is a little bit smaller than this one, from the shoulders to the arms, sleeves. But thankfully, no cracking on the design on this back one. And the way I try to take care of that is, you wash your shirts inside out. And then you iron them while they're still wet. After you don't dry them. You hang them to dry. That's how you take care of your stuff. That's how you make a shirt last. If I would have thrown this bad boy in the dryer, this thing would pretty much be gray. But we tried to avoid that. And overall, Uniqlo, I would say these shirts being a couple years old and really only one of them being well lived in, I will say, for the way it looks now, I could still whip this thing out, iron it out. It looks brand new. Throw on some J's, throw on a nice pair of pants, and be out and about on the town. So honestly, this collection is totally worth the racks to me. I still enjoy each of these shirts. I may not wear all of them to the degree that, they could be worn to, but I can't complain. I know that if I'm handed any one of these on a random day, I can make an outfit out of them. And speaking of outfits, time to get to the outfit of the week. Now, again, my most lived in shirt. I'd say my favorite. I wear it like crazy, or I used to wear it like crazy. But I gotta make a shirt out of the gray one. Let's get to it, director. Be right back.